Hey there, everybody. Hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. I know I am. I feel so good and so blessed. I've just been here at the Quantum Lighthouse all morning, having some visits with some amazing people coming to check out the space. And then, I already knew this, but getting the confirmation of how amazing the energy is here that we've created, it just makes my heart explode with love. And I hope you're feeling that and receiving that. Take some, because that's what I want for everybody. I want everybody to feel this good all the time. And so I just wanted to share a story. And it's funny because this is one of the stories where I haven't shared it on social media too much yet because it's crazy. It's like really crazy. And don't you gonna say, like, have you heard the other things you share? Those aren't crazy? It's like, yeah, okay, well, this is a little extra, I guess. So anyways, I'm gonna get right to it. How about that? Because TikTok, one of the things only gives me 10 minutes. I wish I had 20, but okay. Like, yeah, if you'd shut up and just get to the point, 10 minutes wouldn't be a problem. I know, right? Okay, here it goes. So everybody knows about the Mayan prophecy, right? End of the world, December 21st, 2012. Wasn't the end of the world, started the new cycle. The cycle coming out of the darkness, going into the age of light, right? So everybody's heard of it. Good luck finding somebody who's never heard of it. But what about the Kepher cycle? Have you heard of the Kepher cycle? Let me tell you a bit about it. So the Kepher cycle is very similar to the prophecy and the Mayans, what they had to say, except this comes out of Egypt. And I'm gonna, if you know a lot about it, please don't be offended because I still have some learning to do, but it's basically the same thing, coming out of the darkness into the cycle of light, but it was June 21st, 2021. And I happened to find myself in Egypt on June 21st, 2021. It was no accident. It was actually for a tour specifically about this prophecy. Funny thing is, I was just excited to go to Egypt. I wasn't paying attention to the whole date thing. But wow, so glad I was there and I have an understanding now. So this, as the story, what I want to share is that I decided on the morning that we were there. So we got up at 3 in the morning to be there for sunrise. On the morning we were there, and the idea had already been kind of percolating, but I didn't know anybody on the tour. So this tour, there's only 13 people in our tour group. It was very small because of COVID and some other things. And so at 3 in the morning, waiting for the shuttle to come pick us up, and I'm kind of sitting there, and there's this voice tell people you want to teach them Reiki. And I'm just I don't know anybody, come on. And it was just and I was trying to ignore it, but it was nagging, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. So finally I'm fine. So I'm hey, can I have everybody's attention? Anybody want to learn Reiki? 3 people are yeah, down to learn Reiki. I'm how amazing would it be to learn Reiki and get your attunements in the Great Pyramid, right? How only 3 people volunteered at this point to do this was beyond me, but whatever. So I had my people and the voices stopped and I was happy. So go to the Great Pyramid, go down to the subterranean chamber, which is the basement, if you will, of the Great Pyramid. And, well, as far as we publicly know, I'm sure there's more farther down. Anyways, so we're down in the subterranean chamber right around sunrise. And tour guide does his talk about what they know about what they think about the subterranean chamber, and he's okay, let's go up to the Queen's chamber. And I stayed behind with my 3 students. We stayed in the subterranean chamber, and this is where I'm doing the Reiki attunements. So I start doing my thing, and I do my Reiki attunements a little bit different than a lot of people, and not there's any right or wrong, but when I have a group, I stand in front and I do it all psychically. I don't go person to person, and it works very well. So I'm standing in front of them. They're sitting on, the rock ledge, side by side. And I start doing my thing. And as I'm doing their attunements, like halfway through, all of a sudden I get this rush of energy. And in my third eye vision, in my mind's eye, and I've probably said this before, I'm saying it again, I'm not a super visual person. I'm more clairsentient, clairaudient, and claircognizant. Like, I know things, I hear things, I feel things. I do get visuals, but not as often. But when they come through, I really pay attention, especially this one, because just this energy comes in, and then I get this vision, and it's larger than life, and it's Thoth, you know, right there in front of me, like big old Thoth, like just huge, in like 4K high definition, and I'm just like, whoa. And he says, while you're initiating your students, I'm going to do an initiation for you. And his hands go like this, conjures a great big white light Ankh. You know, the Ankh, like one of these, if you can see that. And he says, while you're initiating your students, I'm going to initiate you, conjures it, pushes it into my chest, my energy explodes. Whoa, what the hell? And then he disappears. So I keep it together. I finish doing the Reiki attunements for my students. And I'm like, okay, what did everybody experience? And one of them right away goes, well, Thoth was here. Holy cow, that was incredible. I'm like, yes, you felt that. He's like, yeah, I felt it. I saw him. I fully experienced him. I'm like, amazing. The next person was like, oh my God, I felt some energy. I felt like, you know, amazing. It was an ascended master. Didn't know it was Thoth, but great. And the next person was like, yeah, I felt some really intense energy. Didn't know it. So like everybody, it was a shared experience is what I'm getting at. Just absolutely incredible. So that was that. Ended up getting to, you know, go spend some time in the Queen's Chamber, do a little meditation by myself. Fantastic. Go up to the King's Chamber and finally met back up with the entire group, and everybody's up there. I got to lay down in the sarcophagus. It's not a sarcophagus, but there's a granite box up there that they say is a sarcophagus. I got to lay in that and meditate for 10 minutes. It was absolutely incredible. Then get back, to, you know, to the hotel room, like probably, I don't know, 10 in the morning. And I'm just like, I'm beat, I'm exhausted, what the hell just happened? And I lay down. I think I'm gonna lay down for a nap. Nope. The next 3 hours was energy work. It started coming down from my crown, out my root to the pyramid, from the pyramid back up through my crown, out to like the cosmos, and every couple minutes it would change. Felt like I was getting electrocuted, like literally like my bones felt like they were being fried, electrocuted. I was going through extreme heat, extreme cold. I was going from sweating to feeling like I was gonna die of hypothermia. The whole time, all these spirits and Egyptian gods and goddesses are coming to me, and they're like, you know, just, you know, keep at it, like you're fine, nothing's gonna happen to you, we're keeping you safe, this is so important that you do this, like please just stay with us. And I'm like, what is happening to me? And what they told me was, we're downloading this energy to you that has been on the planet since the days of Atlantis, and you need to spread this through humanity. So like, all right, no big deal, sure. What do you do with that? So anyways, now there's much more beyond that. Like, got so many more downloads about what actually happened that day, and like it's just been an ongoing thing. But yeah, it was a very cool experience, and how that shows up for me the most, you know, one of the most frequent ways I work with that is when I do healing sessions. I channel the energy of the Ankh with the energy, and it's a different energy signature. And when I teach Reiki now, I attune my students to also work with the Ankh energy. So yeah, so this is how I doing my best to spread this work. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with people. I haven't been sharing it much, but I've told a few people recently, and they're like, oh my God, that's amazing, you got to get that out there. So here's me getting it out there. Love you so much. Have a wonderful day, and keep being happy.